One of the best things you can do for your voice and your overall creativity is to cover a song that you really have no business covering in a way that is completely different because you can't help it than the original. Well, I covered a while ago the song Bang Bang, Ariana Grande, Nicki Minaj, Jessie J, and I did it in a way that was a little bit more rocky, but inspired by some vocalists that I was really listening to at the time. Cornell, Jack White, a little bit of Justin Timberlake. So I took those inspirations and kind of picked a song out of the air and went, I think we could do something interesting with this. From a vocal perspective, what I'm going to be doing in this video is breaking down my track, my performance. And if you want to listen to the whole thing start to finish, you can follow the link below and get the track. But I'm approaching this video as a sing like Chris Liepe sort of approach. Go through, share samples of the track, and talk about what I was doing, both from a somewhat technical standpoint, vocally, also an inspiration standpoint. So I'm excited to do this. Hope you enjoy the track, this unconventional approach. Like I said, it's one of those things that it's a fantastic exercise to go beyond something you'd think about normally singing, because it's in those settings that you truly find your own voice when you're having to pull from inspirations. And there's no way I can ever imitate any of those girls. And if you're inspired by this and you want to take your voice to another level, be sure to click the link below and join my free vocal course. I go over many foundational aspects of singing that you need to do projects like this. From the top. Okay, so this tone, very much a head resonance. She got a booty like a Cadillac. Breathy too, right? And I've doubled it in the recording to give it a little bit more presence. But what's cool about the end of this line, she got a booty like a Cadillac, I'm adding some vibrato, and right after I say the word overdrive, I go into a chestier mix. Listen to that end. Overdrive, and let the compressor on the mic kind of eat up what I'm doing. Overdrive, she got a booty like a Cadillac, but I can send you into overdrive. Been waiting for that. Stop, hold up, swing, you're bad. Stop, hold up, swing, you're bad. Now I'm using a lot of air here, even though I'm quiet. Stop, stop, hold up, swing, I'm engaging that area above my larynx to get that breathiness too. It's almost, it's a not extreme of the sort of thing you'd use for like a, lower growl. Stop, hold up, swing, you're bad. See anybody could be bad to you. See anybody could be bad to you. See anybody could be bad to you. Now there's some breathiness at the bottom of that line, but there's a lot of closure at the top. See anybody bad to you? That's something that, and I picked this up from, I'd say, a little bit of Jack White, a little bit of Justin Timberlake when he's singing quietly in his falsetto. It's this idea that you're controlling airflow as you're singing up in your head voice, so you can be breathy or you can be more definitive. It's a nice way, going in between those things as you're singing even a line. It's a nice way to sheen your voice. You need a good girl to blow your mind. You need head voice, you need a good girl to blow your mind. Yeah. You need a good girl to blow your mind. Yeah. Going from head resonance to chest resonance in that rundown. Yeah. Now here, I did a little bit of a departure from the way that they do it in the original. Well, the whole thing's a departure, but bang, bang into the room. This is, to me, very Jack White. Ah, yeah. Now we're doing some of that cry. Some dying cat, kind of blending those approaches. Jack White definitely does that. But then there's this hard onset thing that happens that makes it percussive. Bang, bang into the room. Bang, bang. Lots of that very, very, I talked about that idea that you're sort of vomiting in another video. That combined with the hard onsets creates a pretty cool percussive sound, and it's different than the original. Now the you really want it, you gotta have it, that's doubled. You really want it, you really want it, you gotta have it, you gotta have it. Right, some neat, arranging ideas there. But bang, bang, all over. It sounds stupid to do right here and look stupid, but it really is part of what got that vibe. Bang, bang, all over you. I'm exaggerating a little more. All over you. Wait a minute, let me take you there. Wait a minute, let me take you there. I don't care about having breath. It's a short phrase. I want that breathy sound because I don't care about holding back breath. I'm not compressing there at all. Wait a minute, let me take you there. Wait a minute, let me take you there. Has this extra sense of sinisterness. That's a word. Wait a minute till you, Wait a minute till you, More hard onset. That was hard to get. I had to do that in many takes to get the pitches right. Car! Wait a minute, let me take you there. Breathy. Wait a minute till you, more hard onset there. So there's this contrast that happens in what I'm doing where I've got this breathy stuff. I've got Now this next verse, in the original it's sung by a different singer. They switch it up. So I decided to but become a slightly different guy. In the beginning, I'm very pure head voice. And in this one, I'm using a mix. Very, very Jack White in this next verse. And you can hear there's a little bit of breakup, but it's, well, you hear it. She might have let you hold her hand in school, but I'm going to show you how to graduate. Very whiny. This is, you could argue that this is very Gerard Way as well. Hey, no, I don't need to hear you talk the talk. Just come and show me what your mama gave. Oh, yeah. Now there is an example of starting with that sort of whiny cry that I've talked about in other videos, but this is a high mix. No, I don't need. Yeah, and I've talked about the Wicked Witch in the past too. I'll get you, my pretty. I'll get you. No, I don't need. No, I don't need to hear you talk the talk. Just come and show me what your mama gave. Oh yeah. Now towards the end, I drop my larynx. and I open it up and welcome a little bit of grit. And it's another example of we don't always have to be in one character. We can move around our character dynamically to deliver a line that we want to deliver in a certain way. There's no limits, right? Breathy. I've talked about this before. See, starting pure head resonance and then bring in, really getting. See anybody could be good to you. See, I mean, it's a very dynamic shift there. Right, the C. See anybody could be good to you. You need a bad girl to blow your mind. You need a bad. Very, very heady mix there, really. Bad, yeah. You need a bad girl to blow your mind. Close it down. You need a bad girl to blow your mind. Very similar to the first. Now that's neat. Seat of my car. Great little one-liner background vocal back there that is fun to dial in and throw in. That's to me, that's a very Cornellian, like earlier Cornell kind of thing. Of course, in a completely different context. Seat of my car. Yeah. Don't shy away from the grit. Don't shy away from that preamp distortion that you're causing. Seat of my car. Cool stuff. Hum it with that high mix, Jack Whitey. That's another really good example of starting lighter. And really letting it go. Engaging the area above your larynx for that compression and that grit. B to the A to the N to the G to the kind of silly. That's okay. It's an exercise in being diverse, in getting out of your comfort zone and pulling and making yourself a better singer, allowing yourself to become a better singer because of it. That's already a mix for sure. C-N-E! And we're getting this. Now, I've done a video on this where when you're first getting the pitches, don't worry about the words. And then, once you have a decent idea of the pitches, you can start forming the vowels around it and take it slow first. This one took me a while to get a take that I was happy with, for sure. See anybody could be good to you. You need a bad girl to blow your mind. Now, that run is really a challenge. Walking down a blues scale, transferring resonances into my chest at the same time I'm doing the run. It's a fun exercise to do. You can get there by practicing, I like to practice sirens. Yeah! yeah, blending through to mixed voice. Much more of that in the course that I offer, teaches you how to do this stuff. Oh! Background vocal there. Just some noise, background vocals that kind of go in there. Now there, what I was doing initially at the beginning, very breathy. Wait a minute. I am very mixed and a chesty mix there. Wait a minute, let me take you there. Wait a minute, wait a minute till you. So all these little things to kind of spice up the arrangement as we build. All of this stuff, to me, you know, as I'm channeling different ideas, I am thinking about guys like Jack White. How would Jack White sing this line? How would Chris Cornell do this, you know, scream? You'll hear that at the end a little bit more. But maybe Jeff Buckley and Chris Cornell would come together and shake hands and then do a scream. Maybe that would happen. What would that sound like? And so there's all these sort of thoughts going through my mind as I'm coming up with ideas. And then it's this idea of employing the techniques that we've talked about on this channel and that I cover in great detail in my course. Mixed voice, proper support, hypercompression, distortion that is done in a way that doesn't tense you up. It's intense but not tense. Okay, here we go. Long line. Whoa, starting in falsetto. Whoa, going down to chest resonance. If I say falsetto, it's really more of a head there, but who cares, right? Who cares the terminology? Good chord closure there. Now, that time I did not take enough breath to enter into the scream at the end. Chest. So, thin head. Chest. So you can hear the grit and the compression starting. And holding that for as long as I possibly could, and putting delay effects on there and making it work. But the fun thing about a line like this is in the transition, right? And then letting your body feel that, you're resting in this floating, resting, screaming. Now, I'm not even that concerned about what pitch I'm holding, and I think that's a good thing. I think that there's that bass pitch idea of, maybe, I don't remember. Right there. really adding a ton of pressure here, a ton of compression, and then going about it. You heard me break there while I was dialing that in. That's what this is. I've covered that many times on the channel. I hope you enjoyed this breakdown of a very unlikely cover song for me, but I had a lot of fun making it, and I had a lot of fun dissecting it for you. I hope that you're able to glean and be inspired just the same. Try some of these techniques that I've talked about, and really I've gone in much more detail in other videos on my channel on some of these techniques. Any of my videos on mixed voice, any of my videos on screaming, the video on falsetto and head resonance, and I'll leave these as cards throughout the video and links below so you can check those out. Also, again, be sure to join my free vocal course linked below if you want to take your voice to the next level. Remember, there are no rules, only inspiration and feels. We want to embrace feels based on inspiration that we get and then let the sound happen. That is the best way we're going to get the voice that we really want. We'll see you for more.